So, yeah, before I go into this rant about cereal, I have a dream guide, apparently. Not like a book or nothing, but I used to lucid dream a lot when I was younger. In high school and stuff, I learned how to do it. I was obsessed with it, and I would do it most nights, probably 4 or 5 nights a week at least.
Is that it? Are you done?
Nope. I've been doing it off and on. But the other day, I was like, I should really start getting back into that, especially because it's really fun. It made me happy. It was cool. It made me excited to go to bed, and it helped me sleep better because I wanted to sleep. So I'd say about 3 or 4 nights ago, I wasn't trying to lucid dream, but I fell asleep, and I dropped right in front of my house. Like, it was almost as if I laid down in my bed, my head hit the pillow, and then it was just, I was like dive bombing into my neighborhood, and I, like, within an instant, it was just like...
So it was like PUBG.
It was PUBG, but like within an instant, it was me going to bed, and then just, boom, I'm dreaming. And I'm like in my dream.
Dropping out of the plane, trying to figure out
exactly.
where to land.
And I land right in front of my house. I land in the middle of the road, and I'm looking down. You've been on my hill before. You can see all of Oswego, Bridge Street from my house.
Your hill.
It's my fucking hill. Want to know why? Because I'm the only one that says it's my fucking hill.
That's true.
Nobody else has a platform like this to claim it, so fuck them. And I'll beat up anybody and everybody on my neighborhood block.
Anyone that jumps on this platform, they're getting knocked down.
You're getting killed. You're getting acid thrown in your face because Paul's dad isn't here to stop me. So, I look around and I can see all of Oswego, and it's just street lights. There's no other lights on. There's no cars, nothing. I look up.
The buildings haven't rendered in yet.
Yeah. I look up the hill. There's no cars or anything. And I'm like, this is really strange. I go, I kind of want to go inside. So I go up to my house and open the storm door. And the door to my house has a keypad on the handle to unlock the handle. And it's like some CIA shit. And I look at the keypad, and there's no numbers on the buttons. It's just buttons. And I'm like, this is weird. I'm like, I think I'm dreaming. And it almost felt like somebody dipped me into like a warm pool. And I came out, like I was baptized, and I like woke up in the dream. And I felt like I was in real life. It was fucking bizarre. And I was like, yup, I'm definitely dreaming right now. And I'm walking around, and I'm like, I'm like, okay, I gotta get like adjusted to being in my body again. Right. So I start walking down the hill. And this guy comes up. I can't remember his face. Every time I think about him, his face is really blurry.
That's because in dreams, you can't actually distinguish faces. You can, like, when you identify someone in your dream, you just think it's that person. Like, that's just who you're...
So basically, this guy is Tom Hanks because he sounds like Tom Hanks, and he's riding a bike.
Right.
And he's going by me, and he goes, "Hey, buddy, how's it going?" I look at him. I'm like, "Hi." And he goes, "Haven't seen you in a while." This is how he's talking, too, but it's Tom Hanks.
Well, you were wearing your Fuck Tom Hanks bleach ain't shit shirt.
I hope so. I don't remember. And he goes, "Just want to let you know, you're dreaming right now." He goes, "Whenever you see me riding around, you're in a dream." I'm like, "Thanks." He goes, "See you later, buddy. Have a good time." And he goes up the hill and disappears. So I just fucked around in Oswego. It was an empty Oswego, and I just kind of went into random buildings and... went around, ran around. I started sprinting like down the hill, and I ended up going like super. I ended up going like super fast, and I like sprinted supersonic speed like across the town, and I ended up like at the college, and I sat down at the lake, and I like was walking on water, and walking across the lake until I remember turning around, and there was just nothing. I was just in the middle of the lake, and then I just fell through, and I woke up. That was 3 or 4 nights ago. And every night since that night, without fail, I fucking seen that guy. And just, boom, instantly had to lose the dream right all over again. I just been fucking around.
That's
throwing
really
ass
cool.
into people's
That's
faces.
awesome, though, 'cause then
it's
you can
pretty
do whatever you
fucking
want.
crazy.
That is cool.
And there's a subreddit on Reddit for lucid dreaming. And I put, like, what I just told you guys, I put that whole thing down. And it's the top post of the week or whatever, people talking to me about it. And it's like, you gotta have a dream guide. Like, that doesn't happen. I'm like, that's fucking scary. Because, like, the part of the thing about lucid dreaming is that in order really do it is you have to be conscious about dreaming all throughout the day. And I legitimately have not stopped thinking about this fucking dude for the past 3 or 4 days. So I think eventually I'm going to get sick of lucid dreaming, and I'm just going to beat the fuck out of Tom Hanks. And tell him to never give me Raisin Bran ever again, because Raisin Bran's the worst fucking cereal of all time.
No, it's not.
I cannot believe you actually like it.
You're wrong.
You guys like Raisin Bran?
Yeah.
You just gotta get some fucking gray hairs on your sack, and then you'll be like, oh, this is tasty.
Talks about not liking Raisin Bran and drinks that.
Yeah, drinks Black Velvet.
That I took from you, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not as bad as, or it's not as good as Raisin Bran.
Yeah, it's pretty awful.
No, I don't like raisins.
Well,
I
mean, that is a deal breaker.
Yeah,
and
I
that's
like-
Do you like Bran?
Yeah, no, I do like Bran. All Bran, whatever it's called. It's Raisin Bran without the raisins. It's
Yeah,
delicious.
Bran flakes.
I always like the bran part mostly too.
Yeah.
But the raisins kind of gave it like
They
the
give it that
treat.
crunchiness. It's the
Yeah, the
texture,
bran,
or
but-
the soft.
the gooey,
Yeah,
like
you gotta
chewy.
have something to bite into.
Right, it's not all crunch. You finally get a little treat in there.
But I put bananas in it, so it's all soft.
See,
A lot of
that's what I like
softness.
about Honey Bunches of Oats. You guys like that?
Yeah, who doesn't?
Sure.
With almonds?
I like pretty much all the honey bunches.
I don't think there's really any cereal that I don't like. It's fucking cereal.
I can't do the kid cereal anymore.
Yeah, I grew out of that shit.
Yep. The most kid cereal I get is Cinnamon Life.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, dude. I still
Or
like
yeah,
that.
Cinnamon Toast
Yeah.
Crunch. Yeah.
Golden Grams are still good,
Is that a kid cereal though?
technically.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Don't Golden Grams have a little frog on them or something?
No, you're thinking
No.
of Yum Smacks or whatever.
Yeah, Smacks,
Sugar Smacks.
sugar smacks.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I remember they had the Family Guy episode.
Dude, I
where
haven't
they-
had Pops in so long.
Corn Pops.
Yeah.
Ooh, gotta have my Pops.
Remember what was it? Kicks,
Kicks.
like fruity Kicks. They
Yeah. I used to eat way too much of that Cookie Crisp.
Oh yeah.
Cookie Crisp. Cookie Crisp.
It's cookies for
You know what the
breakfast.
worst one was? And people get mad at me for saying this, but I absolutely could not stand anything fruity. So Fruity Pebbles, not Twix. What was it called?
Cocoa Pebbles, dude. That was where it's at.
Kicks,
Nope. Wow.
Captain Crunch,
Nope.
Cocoa
Captain
Pebbles.
Crunch Berries were the only fruity one I liked. Is it Trix?
Tricks. Yeah, Tricks.
Okay, because
With
I
the
said
rabbit?
Twix.
Oh yeah.
You gotta get the oops all berries.
No, that stuff like fruity grains mixed with milk is not optimal.
Fruit Loops.
Nope, didn't like.
I
Fruit
always
Loops.
liked the
didn't
regular-
like Apple Jacks.
You didn't like Apple Jacks?
Nope.
I like Apple Jacks.
Those were more cinnamon than they were fruity. in
See,
my
that's the
opinion.
thing is my dad would only buy. He's like, I'll get you guys kids cereal. We were poor up until my parents
Were.
weren't poor, but up until then it was like, if I get you this box of fucking name brand cereal, you got to save it because we're not gonna get one for a while. So I ended up just eating adult cereal because I was so. It's like when you're playing a game and you stockpile on ammo for a special weapon because you're like, I'm gonna save this for the next boss. And then you
Right.
end up beating the boss without it because, like, well, what if there's a bigger enemy that comes by?
Yeah,
you know what I
they
mean?
never
That's
use it.
what was it?
Or
Dead
it's like
Space.
it's like Dead Space or like Resident Evil 4 where you're saving an RPG for like the whole fucking game.
Yeah.
The RPG was my like fucking Lucky Charms. Like Lucky Charms was I would have one bowl of it and then never touch it again because I didn't know when we'd ever get it again, and then I'd have to throw it away because there were worms in it. So
Never had that situation.
yeah, you never
Oh,
got.
I
you
haven't
never,
opened this cereal in like 6 months.
you never
Oh,
got
worms.
you never got mealworms in your cereal.
Never.
There was legitimately a time, I think I was like 7 or 8 years old, where all we had to eat was dry cereal. And
Mealworms.
Yeah, and like 3 or 4 different things of dry cereal all had mealworms in it. And it got to the point where we were legitimately like sifting out the worms so we would have food to eat that
Oh
night.
my god.
That's disgusting.
I think I was like 6 or 7. It was
I like
bad.
the, I used to eat.
that's
I used
memorable.
to like the Captain Crunch, just the yellow ones.
Yes, yeah. That's where Aldi came in clutch because the Aldi brand Captain Crunch is way better. It's called Kids Crunch.
Okay.
The Aldi brand Captain Crunch is way better because it gets softer and it doesn't cut up your fucking mouth.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
That's what I hated about Captain Crunch.
I
Was it
forgot about
fucking
that.
destroyed the roof of your mouth? That's not even a meme. That's a reality.
Yeah.
This is true.
But breakfast foods. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I always wanted to lucid dream. I only had lucid dreams occasionally, usually when I got sleep paralysis, but I always wanted to lucid dream specifically for one reason, because
Did you want a Kamehameha building?
no,
Because I had a friend that he learned and he bought like supplements and bought books just so he could be Dragon Ball Z in his dreams.
that's a thing.
Yeah, that's my friend Eli. I wish I could have him on the podcast, but he might be dead in a gutter somewhere or
That
drunk in
poor
a
soul.
pond.
That soul.
Either way, he's doing well for himself.
Oh yeah, that sounds it. Well, I always wanted.
I love you, Eli.
I always wanted to lucid dream because I'm shitty at skateboarding, but in my dreams I could skateboard
Whatever you want.
like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of shit that I always wanted to skateboard on. Like there's Infinite Lives, where it used to be.
Yeah.
That like next across from the bank, the old person home, their roof actually is quarter pipes. There's
Really?
like quarter pipes, like it's like structured so that there's like little quarter pipes on the outside of it. If you like go to the library or on the other side, there's like an alleyway next to the library,
Yeah.
and you take that down, and you can see on the roof of it, and there's like quarter pipes, and I was like, what? That's so crazy. Like, you could skateboard on that shit. And I always wanted to like have lucid dreams and do shit like that, like skateboard on
It's really not.
crazy shit.
It's not that hard to do. The problem is it's like a routine. Like you have to put yourself in a routine,
Right.
do it over and over and over and over and over again. But you mentioned sleep paralysis, and that's how I do it. Is there's two methods that are like Pepsi and Coke. One of them is they call it the wake back to bed. So basically, you take melatonin or whatever. Maybe you don't take anything, but you set an alarm. Say your normal alarm is for 8 hours. So you go to bed, and instead of setting your alarm for 8 hours, you set it for 5.5 or 6 hours. So what you do is you wake up ahead of schedule, right about when your brain should be going into REM sleep. You wake up and you you write shit down, or you play a video game for a bit, or you go for a walk, or you eat like a slice of toast. You do something that takes up like 15 to 25, 30 minutes of your time.
Okay.
And then you go right back to bed. And while you're doing that, you have to think about your dreams and stuff like that.
Right. Try
And then you
fuck
kind
your
of
brain.
like most of the that's the easiest way. Most of the time, you go right back and you go right into REM sleep, and you're conscious still. And you're good to go. What I do is wake-induced lucid dreaming. It sucks, and you literally lay flat in your bed, motionless, until your body falls asleep and your brain stays asleep or stays awake.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So it gets to the point where you induce sleep paralysis on yourself,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it gets fucking terrifying, which is why I put on like a blindfold, or I take like a black t-shirt and put it over my head or over my eyes so I don't fucking see sketchy shit, because sleep paralysis fucking sucks and you never get used to it.
Yeah.
And then eventually that's why I think I've like dropped into my dream, because it felt like I was just getting pulled into my bed.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That.
And
makes
there's
sense.
also I'll send you an app, and if you want to do this too, Seth, you can. There's an app called Lucidity or whatever it's called, and every other hour it sends me a thing, and it's like, do a reality check, and you do like a little mini game or a quiz, or you just check a thing that's like, are you dreaming? And you have to check all these things, think of these certain things. It's like, okay, look at a clock. It's like look at the nearest clock to you and like clap your hands, or close a door and like wiggle the doorknob and try and open the door without turning the doorknob, because in your dreams a lot of stuff doesn't work.
Right.
Like I was talking about how there was no numbers on the keypad.
Yeah.
If I put in what the keypad combination was without the numbers, it probably still would have worked. I could have probably even just opened the door or even just walked through the door.
Right.
But at that point, I didn't know I was dreaming.
Yeah, because that's the trick with it. Is
You
that
have to-
you're still building walls
Yeah.
in your head.
And
the
it can
barriers of a reality.
It can
Yeah.
get really frustrating because there's, like, not last night, but the night before, I'm in my dream, and I remember it was like a campsite that I used to go to when I was a kid. But it was like the camper my family used to have, and I was sitting there alone by the fire, and sure enough, the fucking guy comes by. He goes, "How's it going, Jake? You're dreaming." And he drives by, and I get
I'm
that
Tom
same,
Hanks.
I get that, yeah, I get that same feeling washing over me, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna do fucking, like this is fucking awesome. Like I have this guide now." And I'm like running around, and I get ready to do something cool, and I jump up and I start flying, and I'm flying for like 5-10 seconds. Then all of a sudden it says, "You're awake." You can only push it so far.
Right.
Yeah, it's the
It's
knowing,
like a-
because
it's
you
like
know
you-
you're dreaming.
It's like
so-
you have dedicated when
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? It's like you have to go with it, and it's really strange. But like I'm building back up. Like I remember back when I used to do it, there was like sketchy shit. Like I remember being able to like think about people, like think of family members that I haven't seen. And it would just, and like play back memories. Like that was, it was really fucking weird. And like it sounds so crazy. It sounds really sketchy, but like it's a real thing that I think a lot of people aren't taking advantage of.
I've never
it's
been in
extremely
a
therapeutic.
I've never been in a situation where I know that I'm dreaming. Like I in the dream at least, I've never realized I was dreaming until I wake up, and then there's been times where it's like super fucking realistic, where you thought you were fucking conscious and you weren't.
Right.
Like I've had times where I wake up and thought that I had already done some shit today.
That's the worst. My old roommate actually, I had an episode with him where I kept having the same nightmare over and over and over again. And I remember waking up in my bedroom in the apartment, and I would get up and I would open the door, and all the lights would be off, and I'd try and like walk over to the light switch. I'd turn the light on, turn around, and there'd be something there. Like at one point it was like my dead grandpa. Another one it was like the bitch from The Exorcist. Another one was a xenomorph. It happened over and over and over again, like 5 or 6 times in a row. Eventually got to the point where I
Which
woke
one was
up.
the scariest?
Probably my dead grandpa, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that was the
creepiest.
freakiest one because
He was still dead? Or
Well,
he
he
just
was dead
there?
at the time, but the freakiest part was that, like, I turn the light on and I turn around. You think it was him sitting there when I describe it, or when I just say my dead grandpa, Papa Carson, you just sitting there, pop-pops. But I turn around and it's him in his hospital bed in my fucking living room, dead.
Oh, that's
like that
rough.
was the fucked up part. And it got to the point where when I finally woke up, I was doing the same shit, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" And I slammed the door open and I started screaming. And I was like, if anybody's in this fucking house right now, you better fucking show yourself. And Sam runs out of his fucking room and comes up to me, and he told me he took, like, I had not boxer shorts, I had like basketball shorts on, but he told me that he calmed me down and sat me down, and he like grabbed me and set me down on the couch, and I was sweating so bad that it was like he dunked his hands in like a bathtub.
Wow.
Like I was just soaked in sweat
Yeah.
from having the same fucking nightmare over and over and over again.
Wow.
And that shit fucking sucks. And like when you have
You
a dream
weren't
that
at
you
home?
did, like you have a dream that you did shit that you're planning on doing, so you wake up and you forget to do that shit.
You weren't at home when this happened?
No, I was living with Sam. I was living in my apartment at the time. This
Because I
was
think
this was last year.
Because I feel like if you're sleeping somewhere else, your sleep pattern is going to be different.
My sleep pattern was fucked back then because I was working exclusively 6 to 8.
But
So
I
it
mean,
was-
just the way you sleep, like your body sleeps, would be different if you're not in the same place that you always sleep.
That's the thing is I had been living there for like 4 months at that point. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the other problem too was that I didn't have somebody. Usually, I had somebody sleeping with me. Like 9 times out of 10, there was somebody in my bed with me. So that was probably the other part. And I was probably stressed about work. And Sam and I were fighting, and I knew I was moving out soon. It was like one of the last big things that happened before I finally left. And that was like, we were trying. First we were like, all right, I got to move out because I can't handle this. And then we worked on it, and then that happened. I was like, nope, I can't fucking do this. The stress is too much. I'd work 4 or 5 days straight of 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. shifts. Drink and do fucking drugs the whole time.
And play PUBG.
I wish, dude, if PUBG was PUBG even a thing back then?
it was
came
all
out like a year
PG.
and a half
It was
ago,
like
maybe.
Battle Royale at the time.
Yeah, it's been out for a while. It's just recently it's coming to consoles and stuff like
It's
that.
become like an official game.
But I feel like a lot of things have to do with the way that you dream. Like, I can't even fall asleep anymore without being in, like, the same position that I'm always in.
Yeah.
Like, there's two positions I have. It's on my stomach with my leg kind of up and to the side.
Oh, yeah, I actually have the same position.
Or on my leg, or on my stomach with my other leg up and to the side.
See, I
Those are the
have
only two.
3. Like, say your bed is my bed, even though it's not, because it's way bigger. Because I still have a twin. But I have a pillow. I have a pillow, and I have
Way to fucking brag.
Fuck that. You have what, a half twin?
Yeah.
You have a step
He
twin
basically
bed.
just bragged for me.
Yeah.
He's like, you have a bigger bed than me, so congratulations.
Well, I can't fit a bigger bed. Like, my room is tiny
I can't.
as fuck.
The reason that
See, the problem with it is that I don't have a bed, so you were bragging to me.
It's okay. You,
the
you have a
reason-
girlfriend and I don't, so you win.
the reason that is a mattress on the floor is because the box spring won't fit up the
Yeah,
stairs.
you would hit your head.
No, it literally won't come up the stairs.
Well, there's a window.
I don't know if you would hit your head though if you had a box spring in a.
Well, whoever was
this-
whoever was on top of you would. Whoever
true.
was on top of who would.
I don't know though. Like your pelvis area is down further, so.
Honestly, like
Yeah, but what
this,
if you were like, let's mix it up and flip it,
this room was never intended to be a bedroom.
where people have
It was never
sex.
for tall people.
Yeah, right. Well, that's the thing is, like, even if you could fit a box spring in here and like a bed frame, it'd take up so much room. You'd be bumping your head on the ceiling while you're just sleeping.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's the
because
same
usually
thing.
when I
waking up.
sleep, I like sit up a lot.
Yeah,
That's the problem with my room. Is
sit
my
up
room,
when I sleep.
If I wanted even just a full size bed, it would take up legitimately like over a quarter of my room. Like, you remember Wes's room at Brandon Trail, right? The room that I have is smaller than that. Like, it's probably half the size of that. I have a twin size bed in the corner. I have a chair, and that's my room. It's like Harry Potter's room, except
Right.
it's upstairs.
I get
dude.
that. I live
Yeah.
under the stairs.
Did Harry Potter he had to have a bed in there, right? He had some kind of like.
Yeah, he had like
Dude, he got to bang
had
Emma Watson. I
pillows.
don't feel bad for him at all.
he had a lot of
Did he?
pillows.
Oh wait, no, that was Ron Weasley.
I don't think they ever
Weasley.
showed it.
Road
I don't think they ever showed full. They didn't show full penetration. No. They never showed full penetration.
No, they just got to rubbing.
and flick the shit out of your wand like this. But yeah, fucking. If
I
you want to
can't-
lose,
I can't fall.
you need the certain positions. But yeah, so if my bed was your bed, which it isn't because it's way smaller, because I just have a twin. I have the pillow, but they're all memory foam, and then I have like a memory foam. It's like a malleable thing that you can like morph into like a back support or an neck support or a extra pillow. That's in the corner, so I don't fucking thrash in bed and smack my head against the wall,
Right.
because that happens. And
Naturally.
yeah. So what I usually do is I have my head in between the two pillows, so it's like sunk in, and I can fall asleep like that, just sprawled. And I can also fall asleep if I'm curled up in the fetal position, but I fall asleep the best when Paul is inside of me, because
Fact.
he's always inside of me.
I'm always
Like
inside.
double bubble.
Double bubble.
Yeah.
It's always
He has to be in the back door, but flaccid.
So like just ready to pee
Just
at every
like-
moment.
like an empty condom just left in.
Sitting in there.
Yeah, we stapled the ring of the condom to the outside of my asshole,
Yeah.
so he can just squirrel his way inside of there. We have to dig all the mealworms out before he can get
Yeah.
in. Though.
And then he has to put a placeholder in there when he has to get up to pee and shit.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of worms. It's just a bunch of earthworms.
But I'm always in there, so I pee inside it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't like fall asleep on my back or anything, because if I do, as soon as I like fall asleep, I like jolt myself awake, because I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not sleeping in the way I'm supposed to.
That's a thing. Well, sort of a thing. They call it exploding head syndrome. I know a lot about sleeping. It's fucking sketchy. But they call it exploding head syndrome, and it's if you have severe anxiety or stress either before, during, or after your sleep. while your body starts to click into its first stage of sleep, it simulates a noise loud enough and scary enough to wake you up to the point where you're going to stay awake for another little bit before your body finally calms itself down. So say your threshold for stress is like here, and you're trying to go to sleep here, and you fall asleep, you're getting ready to fall asleep, and then all of a sudden it's like, nope. And then all of a sudden it's like, nope. And then you keep going up until your actual stress level gets to what you need to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Your body will keep waking yourself up. Maybe that's what's happening when you try and sleep on your back, because you're subconsciously like uncomfortable with being on your back.
Right.
Yeah. Like my dog doesn't like being on her back. It's fucking hilarious. You put her on her back and she's like,
Literal, actual sound.
Like,
that was an audio clip.
I kind of wish I could though, like sleep on my back. I feel like it's better for your spinal alignment and shit.
True.
yeah, but you can also, if you throw up in your sleep, you'll die.
Yeah, I don't usually do that.
Yeah, Bonham.
Yeah, chick from Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah, Brian, Bon Scott. That's who it was.
I've definitely
Keith
only thrown
Moon.
up once while I was asleep, and that was when I was actually hammered at someone else's house. I don't even know whose house it was. I was only there once. It was like a weird fucking shed, like someone else, like some
Oh, that was my
random
place.
shed. No, I don't think so.
It was a rape
But I was
dungeon.
way more drunk than I had ever been.
So it was our place. Yeah, it was a rape dungeon.
And I
it
had
was
had
ours.
Subway beforehand.
Oh.
So it was like I basically threw up like most of a turkey sub.
Ooh.
Let's talk about Subway.
Okay,
Why?
eat fresh.
Not that
Go to
fresh.
Subway,
How bad?
Go to subway.com/shots for 10% off your first.
Speaking of which, we have to have Graham on soon.
We do.
Is she?
I want to have Graham on
Is
again.
she go?
Gra-
Oh, I thought you said
Grandma.
grandma. Grandma.
Uh,
Like grandma.
Saturday
Grandma.
night.
I was like, why? Is she
I have
going?
I have Easter off, so let's have Graham on Saturday night. I'm not going to text him about it because he'll probably listen to this episode. So Graham, if you're
Probably send us a
listening,
message in the chat
yeah,
anyway.
Graham, if you're listening, we're going to have you on Saturday night.
Cool.
But Subway
Yeah.
can fuck off.
Yeah. Fact.
Because it's actually not that good. It's first
terrible.
off, it's not that fresh. You know, I was hearing so many good things about Subway growing up, and I started to finally like subs as soon as I started drinking a lot. Because that's the only time I can handle that much bread at once. Is when I'm fucking.
There's not
hammered.
many places that are like fresh though.
No.
Think
Yeah.
about it.
Well, I mean,
It's hard to now.
there's
It's
there's
hard
a
to be.
difference between fresh and then getting a tomato that you can see through. You
Well,
know,
yeah, that's true. But there's also like the way people consume now. It's very difficult to have fresh food, like constantly being pumped out. Like if you think about it, people, like an average person probably eats twice a day, or 3 times a day, and it's like the sheer number of people that we have to feed every
Right.
fucking day. That's a lot of fucking people.
It's
And it's a
staggering,
lot
yeah.
of food because a lot of people's portions are way bigger than they need to nowadays.
Right. Yeah,
So, like-
and it's also
I
we're
have a
being
hang now.
fed those portions. Like, because you go and you get
Right.
like a Big Mac. It's not like, oh, can I get that Big Mac cut down to like,
Can I get a half a Big Mac?
Yeah,
Can I get a medium
can
Mac?
I get a third a pounder?
Well, they have that now, don't they?
A third
That
pounder
Mac-
is bigger than a quarter pounder.
Shut up.
Didn't
I know
they have that
math.
for a little while. The
They
Mac
did.
Junior.
No, they had a third pounder for a while, and nobody bought it because
It was
4 is
all-
bigger than 3. So they thought that.
Well, they
quarter
had
pounder
the
was
Mac
more.
Junior and the Grand Mac there for a little while.
Isn't that still a thing?
Is it? I don't know.
It should be.
Yeah, it was.
I mean,
a
I don't
bigger-
eat. When I eat McDonald's, it's legitimately the one time a month where I'm smoking pot. And I'm like, okay, I'm walking to McDonald's because I'm baked as fuck, and if I'm inside a tiny room for any longer, I'm gonna slice my throat open. So
I was
I
like,
can't fucking do it. I can only listen to Dark Side of the Moon so many times in one night before I'm just like,
Yeah, really. I
Like-
could do a hard one.
yeah, and I have to fucking walk. I mean, a walk from my house to McDonald's ain't bad, but I exclusively get McNuggets and fries and sweet and sour sauce. Oh, nice. They don't have orange high seas anymore, so I don't get it anymore.
Yeah, I can't really get their chicken nuggets that much anymore. Like I
just
had
can't
the
get
one
them.
where I had.
Yeah, that's the other thing too.
Oh yeah, I usually, if anything, I get Burger King because I like Burger King better. Because they have the thick.
The
cut
only
fries.
fast food I can bear is Dunkin' Donuts because for some reason I feel better eating a processed bacon, egg, and cheese than I do eating
I hate
processed
Dunkin' Donuts.
chicken. That's the problem. Is I fucking hate it too.
Like
but
their
it's like,
egg is just rubber. You could
It's
like
literally a patty.
you could take it out and use it as like an air hockey puck.
that's the same shit we have at work. Is we have the pre-made scrambled egg mix, and we have these molds where if people want a fucking fried egg.
You just
Or wait, no, I'm thinking of my house. But we have them at work too, where you can they make these things where they're like this big, and you crack
they're
it, you
little,
crack an
like-
egg into it, and bloop, da-da-da-da,
yeah,
you're good to go. But like, I think what Dunkin' Donuts
contains
does
it.
is they have the pre-mixed like egg whites or the pre-mixed eggs.
That's just what. This is what happens when we have the window open.
Yeah.
I've heard so many cars go by.
The pre-mixed egg, and they pour it in, and it's just like a gross fucking bastardization of an egg. It's just a scrambled egg held together by like fucking preservatives and binders,
Ugh.
like trapper keepers.
Pocket
with the
protector.
zippers, with the zipper.
What I would
was
say
like-
the worst part about Dunkin' Donuts is the fucking bacon. That's what I hate about Bosco's and Subway is that it's not actual bacon. It's pre-cooked shit. That
I don't
they
ever
microwave.
get bacon
Yeah.
on my fucking anything in Subway though. It costs more too, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
It costs way more. That's the thing too. Is last time I went to Subway, I'd only go there every once in a while anyway. Last time I went to Subway, they had like a thing. It was, $6 or it was $6.99 for any foot-long sub plus drink plus chips or something like that. So I went in there and I'm like, okay, cool. I go, I'll get some Sun Chips, Harvest Cheddar, obviously, and I get a buffalo chicken sub with banana peppers, foot long, and I get a Coke. And it came to like $12. And I'm like, why is it $12? And she goes, oh, well, the buffalo chicken sub wasn't part of the deal.
This wasn't part of the deal.
Yeah. And it's like, they didn't bother to tell me that. They didn't bother to tell me that while I was getting the buffalo chicken
Yeah.
sub. They waited till the very end where I was basically like SOL.
Yeah,
where,
you already
where
made
your
it.
pants are down.
Yeah. It
Well, you
was
should have been like, well, I'm not getting the buffalo chicken sub then. Make me another one, bitch.
Yeah. Oh, sorry to toss this up. I'll just wrap around this line.
I wasn't as confident back then.
No, yeah, that takes some real hairy balls.
Well, guess what I'm not getting then?
Yeah, well, that's why I get Sub Shop. People talk shit about Sub Shop because it's soggy and stuff, but yeah, fuck it, dude. At least it's made
not
by
fresh.
people that I know.
It's
Yeah.
not fresh though.
It's
Not fresh at all.
I can't justify the price for the food.
It's expensive and it's also not fresh. It's also not that big either. Like there's not much to it. Seems
It's
like
good though.
I've grown to love Burn Dairy sandwiches.
Yeah,
They
you-
used to have the subs, and they just changed to like deli sandwiches with like actual like bread slice. And I've grown to it was a steep change for me at first, and then I'm like, I think I still like this, like because you're only paying like $8 for a whole sandwich,
Mm-hmm.
and it's still satisfying. It's still good stuff.
Yeah, I usually get Groffalos. Number one because it's closer, and number two because it's fucking they're giant.
Oh my god! But it's like $10 for one now.
Is it? It's
Yeah.
Like, it's
Well,
like
I
eight
thought
something.
it's $10 for the whole loaf.
It's like 8-ish. It's
Because
like almost.
because people
No,
people get the whole loaf and
I
it's
get that.
massive.
I don't. I get the half.
I got a half too, and it was like $10 for the loaf.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you get? Extra bacon?
No, I didn't get any bacon. I just got a turkey sandwich with cheddar cheese and then mayonnaise and shakers.
I get really mad at Domino's the other day because I wanted a pizza that was well done, hand tossed, with
You should have got it medium rare.
the normal marinara sauce and feta cheese and extra pepperoni.
Well, there's where you messed up. Was the
Extra
normal
pepperoni.
marinara sauce?
You know what the fucking pizza ended up becoming? Extra cheese and double feta.
Whoa.
Yeah. The
That's
server fucked up. It was still delicious.
The
but
server.
Yeah, that's because I placed the order, and that's what it looked like when I placed it.
Like the extra feta double pepperoni.
No, yeah. It was supposed to be extra feta double pepperoni. Because for some reason, if you get 2 toppings,
I don't even work there, and I just memorized the order.
Yeah, for some reason, when you get the $5.99 pizza with 2 toppings,
Yeah, but they didn't have to memorize it. It was supposed to go right through
Right.
their automated online bullshit.
I don't want to start talking because Seth is going to start talking.
Well, that's why we're waiting.
So, for some reason, when you get the $5.99 pizza,
That's where you messed up, was the
I'm going to start
$5.99.
fucking yelling. That coupon, the standard fucking coupon that's been there for like 8 years now. You can get double of any topping and it still counts as 1 topping.
What?
Don't ask me how that works, but I did it the other day. One of the times
Yeah, that's
when
why the server fucked up. It's because you fucking not supposed to do that. Like, it's not supposed to work like that.
in the middle of a sentence again.
He's like...
Is in the middle. I'm in the middle of a fucking word.
The server's just like, fuck that, you cheating whore.
So
You
anyway,
fucking
can I
want
please
double
fucking finish
pepperoni,
this
you
sentence?
fucking double
No,
feta.
I guess no.
Whoever wants
yeah.
double feta, let's put that shit on there.
So anyway, I did it
I get double
when
feta.
Bill was here for the Royal Rumble. Remember, I ordered double feta and double pepperoni, and it still came to $6 for the pizza. Remember, and it was just the 2 slice. It wasn't even double pepperoni. It was just like you'd think it would be spread across the pizza.
They just
But it was
two
too.
slices
Yeah,
on
not,
top.
yeah, it was.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and it was
that's how I
amazing.
want it.
It was amazing. But so I went to do that again, and it came to $5.99 again. But I got the pizza, and on the app it said, extra feta, double pep. But on the box it said double cheese, double feta, no pep. Or it didn't say no pep, but there was no pepperoni on there. And I opened the pizza up, and it's literally like somebody took a fucking container of feta cheese and was just like, yup.
He said double.
Yeah. He's
said
like,
double.
dude, he's getting double a double? Well, he's only getting fucking feta.
I was so pissed for like 23 seconds, and then I ate a piece of it
Yeah, and it doesn't matter.
because it's feta cheese. I'm still mad at Domino's, and I reported it or whatever, and they're giving me a free pizza with purchase of another pizza, which is why we don't have pizza right now because I'm broke as shit, which is why I needed you to buy me this fucking
Well,
hurricane.
let me know when you want to do that. I
was wondering.
I got a gift card for Domino's the other day, so...
I just want to say, I guarantee you only needed this one mic, because I'm like this far away and it's picking me up.
It's turned up.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So, I mean, if you want me to turn it down and you can put it up in your face.
Oh, no. I'm just saying.
Oh, he likes it.
I'm just saying.
I think it's because whoever was on last was quiet. Bill? Was it Bill? Bill was on last. So he was kind of quiet.
You turned him up, and the whole podcast got ruined.
That's because you guys were singing Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, that actually is what killed it, probably. Yeah. It's like, from the slums of Shaolin, Wu-Tang Clan strikes again. The RZA, the Jizza, old dirty bastard, Inspector Deck, Raekwon the Chef, You God, Ghostface Killer, and the METHOD, man. METHOD, man. METHOD, man. Hang on, I gotta
The
snap.
Method Man.
Hey, you, get off my prowl. You don't know me and you don't know my style. Here I am, the Method Man. Patty cake, hey, the Method Man. A pizza pan, butter, slam, no man, Sam I am, eggs and ham.
I don't think that's...
Yeah, that was the melody.
Is that Post Malone?
I'm Post Malone, I'm Post Malone, I'm Post Malone, I'm Post Malone. I am Post Malone, I'm Post Malone, I'm Post Malone, Post Malone, Post
I
Malone.
literally haven't listened to Post Malone.
You really should, he's not that bad.
I've heard good things. My girlfriend just bought us tickets. He's playing at
Darien Lake.
Lake.
Are the tickets still available?
I don't
listen
know.
to
She
pre-
got them like 3 months ago.
Oh, okay.
You should listen to pre-Malone, and then Malone, and then Post Malone.
And then Carl
Yeah,
Malone
right.
and Moses Malone.
I want current Malone. I don't want the post.
And then Provolone.
Provolone Malone.
Toblerone.
Toblerone.
That's what I'm gonna call him instead of Post Malone. Just Provolone.
No, he's good. He's just. I wish people would stop saying he's from Syracuse because he was born in Syracuse, but he grew up.
So he's from Syracuse. I mean, technically, right?
But he doesn't have the scummy Syracuse attitude. The salty, briny, just no fucks given, and yourself and the world attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not really white. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and he doesn't wear those T-shirts.
He's not a school shooter.
Doesn't wear orange Syracuse hats with "Go Cuse" on the front. I feel like most people in Syracuse have Syracuse gear.
Well,
I actually don't own a single Syracuse item.
You're not from Syracuse.
It's true. It's true.
I actually exclusively wear this shirt on the podcast because it's the comfiest shirt I have.
I like large shirts.
Yeah, it's a comfy shirt.
Plus, it says "Bleach ain't shit" on the back.
Bleach ain't shit. Fuck Tom Hanks.
So yeah, I do like Raisin Bran though.
Yeah, I feel like I should give it another chance. If
It's
the
not
thing
that
is I
bad.
don't like raisins.
If you don't like raisins, that's going to be the deal.
Do you like
breaker
grapes?
For you.
Yeah, but if they don't have grape brand, that'd be disgusting.
That would be awesome.
That
That might not be bad.
You would have to buy it so
see.
fast, though. Like,
Right, because the grapes are gonna
Well,
go bad. They're
I
gonna
mean-
turn raisin.
You could just buy bran and then just put grapes in it.
That's probably where your best bet is. That's
Do they
probably
have-
what they're thinking.
do they have
They probably
craisin
thought
bran?
about that,
That was probably their original idea.
and then they're like, you know what? Just buy bran and buy.
We
That's
gotta
why
pull all
they
the
did
moisture out of
only
it.
bran,
Do
so
they
that
have-
you could just put
Yeah.
full on
You could
grapes
have like
in it.
orange bran and fucking whatever
oh my
brand
god,
you want.
you're picking the juiciest fucking. Like that's
It's like
Most
peach,
acidic.
peach
You're supposed
brand,
to- You're
peach
not
brand.
supposed to put that. Like I cringe when people put strawberries in cereal. Like it's supposed to be just like blueberries, bananas, and apple slices, and like
Apple slices, I never understood.
in
I
cereal.
feel like apple slices in cereal wouldn't work for me.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
It doesn't seem. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna give it a slice and
give
see
it a
if
give it a
works.
chance.
I always thought peaches were godly. They're so juicy and they have like a natural sugar to them.
Yeah, they also look like the best ass.
Yeah.
Peaches?
Yeah, exactly. And
Peaches.
they're fuzzy and
Yeah, they
shit.
come in a can. They were
They're
put
so-
there by a man.
There's
in a
everything
factory
about them is
downtown.
awesome.
Yeah,
They're literally fuzzy, which is dope as
you
fuck.
could just rub
Are
it
those
on
the
yourself.
tiny purple ones?
No,
No, those
they're
are,
the. You don't know what a peach is?
The
You're
purple
fucking-
ones are
I've
plums.
seen.
You're
I've
fucking
only
me
had
right
peaches in like the little
Dude, plums are great too.
container. I've never had an actual peach. Oh wait, no, they're the furry ones.
Yeah, they're fuzzy
they're
ones.
peach fuzz.
I'm thinking of mangoes.
Mangoes.
Yeah.
Mangoes are very different.
Yeah, I like really juicy shit where you bite into it and it's fucking goes everywhere. Like plums and
Yeah,
pears and
plums. Pear.
peaches.
I like
never really got that
plums.
so much from pear. But yeah,
No,
pear
pears.
is up there.
Pears are bad.
Pears are almost like I don't know.
You
I
have
don't
to.
think
You
they're
have to
bad.
buy pears when they feel like they're old as fuck.
Yeah.
You can't buy a firm pear. That's a bad pear.
No,
It's like a
that's
firm
when you
banana.
get it. That's when you get the pear.
There's such a small
It depends
window.
on when you want your pear, really. If you're like at the supermarket and you're like, "Oh, I want pears for like the week," you get the green hard ones
Yeah.
because then you got them all week. You get
That's
a
true.
soft one.
That's
it's
why
gonna
people get
last
green-
like 2 days.
Yeah, that's why
And
people
it's
buy
gonna be
like
brown by that time.
people buy the bananas green and shit. But there's like a small window too, like for it depends on how you like each one though,
That's true.
because like a lot of people like the green.
I like
bananas.
pears to be really soft,
Right.
but I like my bananas to be kind of green.
Yeah, me too. But then some people like brown bananas. It's fucking gross.
That's
Yeah.
It's
the
like,
grossest
oh,
shit I've ever heard.
time
of.
for me to eat this banana now that it's rotten.
You know what pisses me off the most, dude? People that like fucking red delicious and yellow delicious apples. You ever have a delicious apple? They're actually the fundamentally worst apple ever created.
my go-to apple is the pink lady.
Yeah.
Boom. They're
Pink
like
lady.
they're
Pink
like
lady.
small, and you can just like take a chunk out. You can eat literally half the apple with one bite.
That's how I like my women. Like I like my women to be little pink ladies. How hiding my face from the camera.
There's no escape, dude.
But no,
I was
only...
like apples after they get caramel on them. You gotta wait a little bit longer, but eventually there's caramel on them.
Once, yo, I bought these apples. When did they get caramelized? When are you gonna caramelize these?
When is this gonna become a candy apple?
I thought my apples come caramelized. Are you just fucking with your
That's
phone?
not my phone. That's Seth's phone.
Oh shit!
That's why you can't fingerprint scan it.
There you go.
I mean, that would be my superpower, is that I could just make anybody's fingerprint.
You'd get rid of your dominant hand so you can make anyone's fingerprint.
Like that, we keep going back.
That's like almost poetic.
But does the dominant hand that you lose disappear completely, or do you still have it?
Oh, so you get to keep
You could just carry it around in
your
pocket or something.
I was thinking, does it just go limp? It's just like...
What if you could still control it?
It doesn't work anymore.
What if you could still control it and it wasn't attached?
What if it just stops...
Stops the zombie?
What if...
That would be my superpower.
I think we're thinking too hard. I think what it is you lose your capability of having a dominant hand. So both of your hands are like, I'm not sure if I can twist.
So you
like when you write with either hand, it's like you're writing with your your shit.
Yeah, but
hand,
I feel like you could relearn. You could relearn that, right? You could relearn yours.
The thing is if you
my point is that you learn you forget how to relearn. Like, it's literally impossible.
There's no way to get a dominant hand ever.
You try and throw a ball with either hand, and you're like, fuck,
no, kill
God.
me there. Because
so each hand
there are so many things I wouldn't ever be able to do again.
Yeah, but you got given superpower. X superpower.
Right.
So, like, fuck it. You know, maybe you could fuck having to throw a ball with your hand. You got a super tongue.
I would have a superpower that gives me dominant hands.
You know what would be fun as shit? I just thought of this. While I was rubbing my eyes. Imagine how fun it would be to be a fucking defensive back but have telekinesis.
Oh my God.
Like the quarterback throws the ball. The quarterback throws this ball, you're just like, and it just like ducks. It goes from a perfect spiral to like a dead duck.
You'd have to.
It comes to you.
You'd have to fake that shit. You'd get written out so fast. They'd be like, "You have telekinesis. You're never doing
they wouldn't
sports."
They wouldn't even think of that because we're white.
I think you'd have to. They
would force him to do something.
Dude, Black Panther came out. White people can't have superpowers anymore.
Oh, that's true. All the superheroes.
Didn't you read CNN?
What? Didn't I read CNN?
Yeah, it said CNN.
Yeah, exactly.
Duh.
CNN.
You'd still be a Hall of Famer, though. I think.
Yeah.
You'd intercept the ball on every play.
I think it'd be best to be a pitcher and have telekinesis, and then just throw fucking 120-mile-per-hour fastballs the whole fucking time.
Oh my God!
It just does this. It just does this, and then as soon as it goes to the batter, it's like.
It's straight up. The ball just
shit.
like goes up to him and he hits it, but the ball doesn't move. It just fucking
it breaks the bat.
Yeah,
like
breaks the fucking bat. Just stands there and then like tags him.
Or just to piss people off, they hit it and it's a home run, but you stop it right before it ends up over the fence.
Dude, actually, yeah, so I would do that. Have no I would even remove the one hand, so I would throw the ball with my stump, and it would be the most unhittable pitch.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I could just pretend like I have a hand.
Yeah,
and just use my telekinesis to hand things.
So, if you
dole them out,
if you pitched a ball hard enough and bounced it off the ground and it still went in the strike zone, is that a strike?
Oh. No, that counts as that's an off pitch.
That's bullshit.
It's a wild pitch, yeah.
No, it's not.
They should
legalize it's controlled.
But you're not allowed to hit the ground. If it hits the ground, it's a fucking live ball.
They should allow you to hit live balls.
Yeah.
They should allow that to be a strike. Get golfing like. That'd be so bad.
I want Blurn's ball to be a thing.
What was Blurn?
Futurama of baseball, where it was attached to the fucking bungee cord.
Yeah.
No, but that'd be nuts. Or even be like a fucking tennis player with telekinesis. You hit it, and you just like
Yeah.
manipulate the ball the whole time.
Literally being
miss
anything
golf.
with
No,
telekinesis.
golf would pay out the most.
Yeah, it would.
Become the next Tiger Woods,
You
because
literally-
Tiger Woods had that shit go down like 8 years ago, and he's still the richest athlete, and he hasn't been good in like 8 years.
Yeah, it's all about
Yeah,
that
he
Rory
fucks-
McIlroy.
He had sex with some white chick and
He had
I love
sex
how
with a
as
bunch of
soon as-
supermodels.
and,
I love how
you
as soon
know,
as that shit
Jim
happened, they were
Crow
like,
laws.
"Hey, Rory McIlroy's our guy now."
Yeah,
He's like the
now
poster
Rory
boy for-
McIlroy is fucking garbage because
because he was good for a little while, and they just wanted somebody to be the next
they
Tiger
hyped
Woods.
him up.
they made Rory McIlroy PGA Tour,
Yeah.
which I own. No regrets.
Why? Why does
should
anyone
get-
own a golf
Because it
game?
was like $3.
You should get John Madden
still.
PGA Tour,
And it's just him at the nursing home.
Sammy Sosa PGA Tour. So do you remember Sammy Sosa High Heat Baseball?
No, because
for
you're like
PlayStation
6 years
2.
older than I am.
It's for PlayStation 2.
Exactly.
You didn't have a PlayStation.
I don't
2?
remember any
No,
game
I had a GameCube.
with sport involved.
Except for Mutant Football League, apparently.
Apparently, yeah.
And NFL Blitz.
Yep. Blitz. You can't forget Blitz.
That
Or
was a classic.
Street. Anything with like Street at the end of the title that had me
Dude,
involved.
the original FIFA
NBA
Street.
Street was great.
No,
Any
FIFA,
Street
the
was
last
the
FIFA
best.
Street that Vinny had.
Yeah, FIFA Street was fantastic.
NBA Street was like all about fucking breaking people's ankles and shit with spin
Nah, I
moves
like
and shit.
FIFA Street the most. They should have made NASCAR Street.
NASCAR Street. You drive in a circle on a street.
That was NASCAR Rumble, dude. That's what NASCAR Rumble was.
I have to pee again. What time are we at right now?
We're gonna have to call it.
Yeah, I gotta go home probably.
Has to go home probably.
Because I have work in like less than 10 hours. And I really want to go to bed.
Oh my god.
No, you just want to meet up with Tom Hanks.
That's
Yeah.
See
He's
what's
got a
going on
date
with.
with
Why
his
don't you try and
dream guide.
Should I have Tom Hanks on the podcast?
yeah? Why don't you see
Yeah.
if he'll be on the podcast?
You should do a podcast in your dream and then record
It in your dream.
in the dream.
Yeah,
And
just
then-
start your recorder before you go to bed.
Yeah, and then when you wake up, write down all the good things.
All the shit
you
he
had.
said.
Yeah, all the good shit, and then bring it on. We'll do the actual podcast and try and recreate it.
Yeah, like I'll just read his parts.
It's way too much.
No, it's just right. Oh, you're talking about the Black Velvet.
Both.
Yeah, that's true. You should really like talk to him, see if you can get more information out of him.
Yeah,
I just want to be able to remember his face. The creepy thing is, too, I'll show you guys the post. There's a guy
You'll
that...
never be able to remember his face.
No, the creepy... Well, I remember when you guys are in my dreams.
Yeah, but
That's because
how
you see
it works
us too
is-
much.
well, how it works is that you know who the person is,
Yeah,
but you
like-
can't really make out a face. Like your
Right.
brain can't recreate
Your brain.
a face.
But I don't know
registers-
anybody that sounds like Tom Hanks other than Tom Hanks.
Yeah, but did you ask him if he's Tom Hanks or
Yeah.
if he just looks like Tom Hanks? He could just be a doppelganger.
Maybe you just think that's what Tom Hanks sounds like. Maybe Tom Hanks doesn't actually
Yeah.
sound like what you hear.
Yeah, he just sounds like Woody from Toy Story.
There's
yeah.
a snake in
He is
my
Woody, isn't he?
watering hole.
Yeah, we did this already. We talked about how no one remembers for some reason that.
Yeah,
he's
and
Woody.
Tim Allen is Buzz. Yeah, I actually had a conversation. We had a conversation about that. Yeah, you're right.
You're my favorite.
No, this is the creepy thing. Is this guy posted a comment and all he said was, "Is this him?" And he posted this link,
Tom Hanks.
and it almost looks like that guy, but I don't know for sure because he doesn't have I don't remember his face.
I don't trust that face.
The
whatsoever.
the post
That is
says,
sketchy.
have you ever dreamt of this man?" And apparently,
I've literally
like hundreds of thousands of people have dreamt of this guy that
never
don't
seen
even
it.
know each other, like
I
across
mean,
all
I
countries.
feel
and stuff
like
like
I've
that.
seen that face before.
That's the thing, is it's such an easy face.
I feel like it's a blend of like all faces.
Yeah, like a blend of different features that you can identify.
Because
with.
notice how like he almost has a unibrow. It kind of like covers all aspects of that facial feature.
But he didn't have a unibrow. He had just thick eyebrows, right?
He almost does though. Like
Yeah.
it's really close.
And like his face is almost childlike.
It's almost stretched
but-
out too, so you can see how like it kind of covers like the range of what people's facial features can be, kind of
Right.
thing. You know, It's almost like the average of everyone's facial features.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Like, I feel like that's what it would be. Like, I feel like everyone
Right.
tries
It's
to put
just
that
a
stuff
bunch
together.
of features that
That your
you
brain
can
tries to
identify.
put together, yeah.
Yeah.
But that could be him. That could be Tom Hanks.
Yeah. I could believe it.
I hope it's Tom Hanks because I'd really want to suck his cock.
You should ask if he's that guy.
Just be like, hey, Tom, I go, what if you were back in high school and you had a bottle of acid on you, and right before you were about to throw acid on somebody, another guy threw acid on somebody else. And you were like, you know what? I'm not going to throw acid on this guy. I want to, but I really don't want to. And then the guy that was throwing the acid on people turns around. It's Agent Cody Banks. You probably thought I was going to say it's Tom Hanks' dad, but nope, it's Frankie Muniz as Agent Cody Banks. And he goes, good job, Tom Hanks. You passed the test. I raised you good anks.
You fucking,
Shirt says-
rip-off.
Yeah, I fucking ripped the shit out of that.
Acid ain't shit.
Acid ain't shit, dude.
Acid
Fuck
is...
Cody Banks.
LSD is shit. Acid ain't shit.
True.
Have you guys ever seen... What happened to Frankie Muniz?
Who's that?
Didn't
He was
do
Malcolm
like,
in the Middle?
Yeah, he did Malcolm in the Middle, and that was about
And
it.
he was Agent Cody Banks, and he was... Wasn't he in Spy Kids?
Did anybody watch that movie?
We all watched Spy
I
Kids. Get the
actually
fuck
never
out.
saw it for like 5 years.
I never
Until
saw it.
5 years after it had come out, and they started doing like Shark Boy shit.
The best one, the best one was Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah, that was tight.
I never watched any of it.
She was tight. Well, Shark Boy grew up and became Taylor Lautner, and he was like the werewolf from Twilight.
Yeah. And that was literally where his career went.
Yeah, I don't even think he's alive anymore.
The
He probably ended up
werewolf?
like one of the Coreys. All the Coreys in fucking Hollywood die.
Oh my god.
Which one was the werewolf? I don't even
couldn't-
remember.
Shark Boy was the werewolf.
I don't know who Shark Boy is because I didn't watch those.
Taylor Lautner, dude. Duh.
Oh, okay.
You don't even listen to me.
No,
I don't need to. I can already
no, because you're
feel
talking
you.
about things I don't know.
I don't need to listen to you when I'm inside.
Yeah. Once you're inside, that's it. That's the end game.
And I
You've
don't
saved
know
all
why.
you've saved your rockets for the end. And then you release the rockets.
And it was all mealworms the whole time.
It's all mealworms.
It was
The ogre
mealworms
is
all the way
dead
fucking
now.
down.
It's all ogre now.
Yeah, actually, going back about phones, the big thing that I love about this phone is this 32 gigs, so I can actually download music to it, because that phone was only 12, so I couldn't download shit to it, because the operating system was like 6 gigs.
I feel like nowadays you need 32 gigs, at least.
I use this phone, and I'm going to use the good one that I get exclusively for Reddit and music and jerking off, and 32 gigs is just enough for all of those things.
Do they have apps for jerking off?
Probably, I don't know.
I never thought about that.
You know what I mean? I
Right,
feel
like a jerk off app. It's just like
There's,
I don't know.
There's Instagram.
Well, yeah, but I
It's
mean,
true,
like,
but, like it doesn't acknowledge that.
yeah. Like,
Why,
I need, like, a
actually,
jerk-off
hang on,
assistant.
why isn't Pornhub allowed to have an app?
They probably do. I think they do, don't they?
I don't know. That's what.
They have to.
See, I never thought about an app dedicated
For
to
it.
masturbation.
Right.
Like this app is
Because
the
everyone
one,
just uses, like, the mobile site, I would imagine, right?
right? Yeah.
But I'm sure there is an app. But you would think, I don't know. I feel like if you have the app, it's less conspicuous or less.
Or
it's more
ju-
conspicuous.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it
there
could
is an app.
It could be sourced to you easier. You know.
You have to download
Yeah.
it to your. You have to download it off the site. It's not on.
The store.
It's not on the store, but it's the only.
and they
It's
got
the.
like VR stuff.
Yeah, it's the only way to get. You can get fucking VR with Galaxy.
that's a fucking image right there.
We gotta buy the Google Cardboard, dude.
I'm
Try
just-
Chromecast support.
What? Oh no,
Why would you need that?
that's brilliant.
All premium benefits are on the app, so you basically get no ads and 1080p or 4K content as long as you have the app.
That's fantastic.
What? That's such a steal.
Yeah, it's a deal. If you got Pornhub Premium, boom, get the app.
Yeah.
You're on your phone half of your day anyways. Why not watch porn on it?
Yeah, it's probably more efficient,
Yeah.
and it's and there's ad free.
I'm gonna let Kaylee know that I'm downloading the Pornhub app, so that way I don't ever have to talk to her ever again. Because I have VR porn now.
Yeah,
It's
now you have
over.
VR porn and Chromecast
It's
porn.
done. It's
I think if you
become-
buy the Google
No.
Cardboard thing,
the end is
It
now.
comes with Pornhub reinstalled.
it's
No man
well, it's
needs
just you put your
sex,
phone
it's
in it.
over.
It's just so you can use like a
Yeah.
Android VR.
That's an app.
Brilliant.
That's
works pretty
fucking
smooth,
ridiculous.
That came up quick.
Yeah,
That was a
that was
fast
fucking
download.
fast as shit.
That's like, oh man, I need to masturbate. Get this.
You're a raging
Fuck
boner.
out of here.
Oh god,
It
this-
has to download
That
and
downloaded
open.
so much faster than any other app of all time.
you still have
That's
to
'cause no
send
one's
this
ever
phone
downloading
in.
Yeah, I'm not clearing it
No
either.
chance.
I've taken all the pictures off because there's definitely videos of you and I having sex.
maybe.
It's probably because no one's downloading it because it doesn't come through the store. So like, you're just
It was
getting-
only 9 megabytes anyway. That's the thing.
that.
I mean, probably all it's doing is running the mobile site in a more
Right.
In an independent
streamlined.
It's just
form,
like I don't know, copy pasting a link
yeah.
and then just being able to.
Well, I mean,
click
that's
it.
just the same way that the YouTube and Facebook apps are. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, the YouTube mobile site is
sometimes
better
better.
than the app. The app you can't sort.
Right.
You can't go to certain menus. You go to the mobile site. I can go to old subscriptions. I can go through all my subscriptions.
Well, also, if there's something you don't have and you're on the mobile site, you can just click view desktop version or whatever, and it's bringing up the desktop version, so you can
Yep.
get anything from there too.
yeah, that's the thing too. Is I always have my fucking laptop within arm's reach in my room, so I never even use the app. I have it just because I like to press the button and have it launched to my fucking TV.
So go to pornhub.com/shots to get 10% off.
To get 10% off the free app,
Yeah.
it goes from being 10 megabytes in size to being 9 megabytes in size. If you use a code, you get 10% off the size, but not 10% off your size because we hope you're hard and you're pumping full of blood for
Yeah.
these VR porns.
And we'll send you a free
VR
Google
porns.
Cardboard for.
We'll send you a
VR
free Google
porn.
Cardboard soaked in jizz, just like Zach's dead body.
Unless you're
Unless you're Zach, and then your dead
unless
body
you're
is already soaked in jizz.
unless you're asexual.
Unless you're asexual, then we'll send you a free.
We'll send you a toaster.
Yeah.
we'll send you a toaster.
A toaster oven because toasters are bad. 'Cause
No. We'll send you a toaster where the spring doesn't work, and you
Yeah.
have to dig in for your toast, and you always break
Yeah.
off the top part of your bagel.
Yeah. And we'll send you
You have to use
And
a
we'll send you
knife.
a
we'll send you
knife
some
fork.
mealworms
Get
to
electrified.
clean out the bottom of your toaster, so that way you don't have to pull the toast crumb drawer out. You can just pull it out. I don't want to wash that in the dishwasher today. Just throw some mealworms on there, you bimbo, and then bloop,
Yeah.
Yup,
toss
there
it
you
in.
got mealworms.
And if the mealworms start making webs, you know what you can do? Just turn the toaster on to 8, plop that shit, it turns on for 8 minutes, fries the mealworms, then boom, you got more crumbs for more mealworms. It's a good process. You gotta trust the process. Just like Sam Hankey. We are Hanky Stinky Binkies, and we are out. Maybe, I don't know. I got
I
carried
guess
away.
Hinky stinky
We could be
dinky.
out. That's a good. I feel like if we go on now, it's like.
Yeah, I feel like we kind of fucked ourselves.
I mean, you like peaked.
Yeah, you like led that up to a good ending, but with a bad execution.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the Rams? We didn't talk about football at all.
The Whams.
How do you feel about the dedicated Los
oh
Angeles
my god, I'm
Rams?
out. I'm walking. I'm so out.
The Los Angeles Rams signed Ndamukong Suh, so now their fucking defensive
Give
line.
me a break.
They're no, for real. Like, you're being facetious or sarcastic,
I
but
am.
for real. Like, I am a diehard football fan, and I don't want to play the Rams ever because they have Aaron Donald, Michael Brockers, and Ndamukong Suh. Now, here's the thing. I had to explain this to one of my coworkers. I was telling him, I'm like, okay, T. So, you know who Mean Joe
T.
Green is? Her name's T, yeah. I go, you know who Mean Joe Green is? And she goes, yeah, I've heard of him. I go, okay, he was the best. He was the best defensive tackle of all time,
Is
right?
that right?
He was, yeah,
Is that right?
yeah, he was.
Is
Mean
that-
Joe Green. He played for the Steelers
Mean
back
Joe?
in the '70s. Yeah, he was the best. ever.
Was
He had that. He had that.
Was that Miracle? Was that what Miracle was based off of?
No, you're thinking of the basketball team. But
No.
you're
thought-
thinking
what was
of
the
you're
football
thinking
one?
you're thinking of the
Where's
tandem
the
you're thinking
one
of the
with-
tandem NASCAR stock racing team
Thinking of Happy Gilmore.
where they had each person control a different pedal and a different steering wheel.
Which one was the one with Mark Wahlberg? That was the
Invincible.
Invincible.
That
Is
was,
that what it is based off?
No,
of?
he was actually a wicked garbage football player. I don't
I
know why
thought
they
that
made a
was
movie about it.
that was Talladega Nights.
That was Vince Papale.
Shake and bake.
It was Vince Papale. He was bad. But
Vince
so
Papale.
me and Joe Green had the thing where it was
Me,
like
Joe.
he was like, "Hey, me and Joe, you want some of my Coke?" And he goes, "Sure." And he takes a sip of the Coke and he goes, "Hey, kid, catch!" And he throws him the jersey. That fucking famous commercial from the '70s Super Bowl or whatever. Yeah. So like he was the greatest. He was like the fucking. He was the
Messiah.
He was the
defensive.
greatest defensive tackle ever, bar none. So then, like 8 or 9 years ago, Ndamukong Suh came out of college, and they were like, he's the best defensive tackle. He might be the first defensive tackle to be better than Mean Joe Green. And he is. And
Everyone's like, oh.
yeah, and he is. He's fucking phenomenal.
Oh, wow.
And then like 5 years later, Aaron Donald comes out of college, and they're like, he's probably the best defensive tackle since Ndamukong Suh. So you got Mean Joe Green, you got Ndamukong Suh, and then you got Aaron Donald.
And now they're all on the same team.
These two are on the same team. This guy, he doesn't play anymore, but these two are on the same team.
Oh, shit.
The problem is the guy that's right. This is Mean Joe Green, right? And this is Ndamukong Suh. You got a guy that's like right here, and that's Michael Brockers, and he's also on the same fucking team.
Oh, okay.
So you got three guys on the defensive line that are probably they're probably three of the top 5 defensive linemen in the league, all on the same defensive line. I think it's going to be fucking unfair shit.
the
And
best
they
way to
also
do it,
have
though-
fucking Marcus Peters and Aqib Talib and Mark Barron. And that's only their starters. Like they have they're going to have the best defense in the league. I'll put $100 on that. But last year they also had the number 1 running back.
Well, it's weird too, though. Like sometimes when you get a really good roster, like of big names like that, it doesn't work out.
Yeah, but that only happens to the Cowboys and the Eagles.
Oh,
Trust me.
Who knows? Might happen to the Rams too.
I don't think it
The
will.
Rams are going to be
I don't think it will
ram-jamming.
because the Rams.
You just have to play your
They're
backup
gonna be
quarterback.
Rams.
Because
against
the thing
Rams.
is the Rams went from going 6-10. They literally had no roster change. They got Sean McVay in there. They go from 6-10 to 13-3, and now they have Wade Phillips as the defensive coordinator, and now they have Ndamukong Suh, Aqib Talib, and Marcus Peters. Those are 3 players that are top 5, if
So
not
what you're
top
saying
10.
is play your backup quarterback against the Rams because he's gonna get hurt.
No.
Yeah.
What
I'm saying basically is don't watch your team play the Rams because they're going to die.
He's saying the Rams have enough dedicated Rams.
They have enough dedicated Ram to add to the show. They're gonna power down all of your quarterbacks.
Yeah, the Rams are my favorite team now. So
The Rams are fucking. The Rams are gonna be fucking terrifying.
Isn't what's their colors? Purple and gold, right?
No, that's the Vikings.
the Vikings.
The Vikings are cool. Unless
Which
you're
ones are
South.
the
it's like blue and gold, but
Blue and gold?
They're blue and
they're
white
like
now.
Blue and white now.
Blue
Yeah,
and white.
Or
They're
they used to
going-
be
What
blue
are
and white,
they?
and then they went to the gold.
Everyone's blue and white.
No, their
nowadays.
fucking jerseys
Come
are sexy
on.
as fuck. Honestly.
Yeah, they have the coolest helmets, dude.
I only
Yeah,
select
their
my
helmets. Their helmets are ram horns on the
Yeah,
side.
yeah, that's why they were so cool.
Yeah,
They
that
had
was
horns
like,
on them.
I used to play as them all the time when
That's
I was
why
a
they
kid
were cool.
because they had the cool helmets.
Yeah.
The Bengals have kind of cool helmets too.
Yeah, but their jerseys are dumb because they only have the tiger stripes on the side.
Yeah,
where
but
you're
you gotta-
not gonna
you gotta-
ever see the tiger stripes.
Yeah, but you got to earn your stripes.
You're thinking of the Cowboys.
Are you thinking about Tony the Tiger?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Hey, Tony. Okay, who has the best jerseys in the NFL, in your opinion? And you can't say, because I want to say the Cowboys, and I know you want to say the
I
Packers.
think it's probably the Green Bay Packers.
Because if that's the thing too. That's the thing too is if I wasn't going to say the Cowboys, I would say the Packers. But besides the Cowboys and Packers, who has the best jerseys?
Your mom.
I want to say the Bills.
I don't give a shit.
The Bills have the top to bottom probably the best uniform.
I'm about to fart in this mic. It's
I don't
too
know,
late.
The Colts
No,
have good
it's not too
uniforms.
late. I could totally fart in this mic.
You could probably figure it out. I kind of like the Falcons.
That's the Rams jerseys, the
I
white
like-
ones.
I like the Falcons. Like I like the red and black.
They also have these ones. That's their
Yeah, that's
classic
the
ones.
colors I was
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah,
Is the blue and gold thing.
Those are my favorite ones. The fucking the Greatest Show on Turf jerseys. These ones, Seth.
I also like the dark green for the Eagles, though.
See, I
never understood the green for the Eagles. I always thought it was kind of
They've always been green. Well, they started off as like a light green, like light green.
it's blue.
Or like the Jameson bottle. Or like the cap to the fucking Sunkist.
Like the Xbox green.
Yeah, they were like a Kelly green. It was like a light green.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
but now it's like this green.
It's a gross green. They call it midnight green. It's gross.
Ugh.
I like the Cowboys
Midnight
jerseys.
green.
I like
Why
the
does-
Cowboys jerseys because they always wear the same ones. They always wear white. They always wear white top with like a metallic blue.
I'm legit done with this.
He hates colors.
Oh no,
I don't like colors.
I'm done with the colors. I'm done.
I would
with
have
it.
to see all the jerseys to be able to.
to be like, what?
The Seahawks Wolf Gray jerseys are my favorite. That's
The
it.
Seahawks, I don't like their their neon green. Like
No.
The
The Wolf Gray, where the entire jersey is gray, but the accents are all neon green. So the numbers are neon green.
Yeah.
The numbers are neon green. The fucking logo is neon green. Everything else, so it looks like it belongs in a laser tag arena.
Yeah, I like that.
You know
one.
what I'm talking-
I
you
do
definitely
actually.
know what I'm talking
I
about.
actually do.
Because that's the coolest jersey ever made.
It just like
It
it's
just
like
accentuates
pops.
the because the whole jersey's green or the whole jersey's gray except for the important parts, which are all like neon green.
It pops out the important parts.
Yeah, the
and
number.
makes you be like, oh,
it's the
that's-
number, the part like on the chest that says Seahawk, and then the helmet is gray, but I think it's the eye of the Seahawk that is
Yeah.
neon green.
Yeah,
it's
just
fucking
the
cool.
eye.
And then obviously the Baltimore Ravens all black.
There's
Yeah, the
someone
Ravens-
they paid just to design jerseys.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
like
it's usually Nike and shit for the most part.
yeah. Nike
Really?
just got extended for another 10 years because they've been doing such a good job with the color rush jerseys,
I actually really
oh
like
my
the
god,
Ravens.
I wish I had that job. Just the guy
designing
that
jerseys.
just designing
Yeah, dude.
like
colors.
combinations
Dude,
of colors.
you would have so much fun with that
Right?
shit.
It's just like fucking pigments, yo.
You just need Photoshop.
Well, you also need to factor in like the jersey has to look good not only on TV
But it
but
also
in
has to.
person
Yeah.
and also at every elevation for the stadium. That's why I love. I mean, I'm biased because I'm a Michigan fan, but Michigan University's jerseys because they stand out with the maize, the corn yellow, and the navy blue.
right.
Well, you have to have 3 different variants of the jersey too, so that like
Well, not in college, but yeah, in the NFL you do.
yeah, so like if you're playing another team, they have to be able to be told apart.
That's what I
distinctly.
love about the Cowboys is that 9 times out of 10, I think the Cowboys only wear blue on Thanksgiving. Every other game, they wear white. Because that's how it's always been. Because way back when they were first a team, their owner couldn't. He decided to save money by not buying dark jerseys, and he only bought white jerseys. And
Because
the other,
he's a real cow.
yeah, and the other
Yeah.
teams were like, "Fuck it, we want to wear the colored jerseys anyway."
Right. Yeah, I think I like the Ravens a lot. I like the purple and black.
The Steelers uniforms. The Steelers uniform in general is cool, but I like that the helmet only has the logo on one side. I don't
never
know why.
noticed that.
For some reason, it's cool as shit. There's something about the Steelers uniform, the classic black and yellow.
Black and yellow. I don't know.
Yeah, but Ben Roethlisberger rapes people, so
Yeah, he is actually a rapist. That's the Michigan uniform, and that's classic as fuck.
That's classy. I
The
like
helmet is the best part.
that. Yeah, I was gonna
'cause it's
say
like,
it looks like there's like horns, kind of, or
Yeah.
like a
oh
crown.
yeah, the blue and yellow.
dude, the Michigan uniform is great.
Like a steel
Alabama,
bluish.
Alabama's uniforms are great because it's just it's like a dark red. Somehow this turned into the fucking Jersey cast.
I can't even. I've actually gotta
Go.
go.
Yes. Same.
It's like
It's
pushing
late night.
12 o'clock. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
I gotta
shit.
go too.
Also, Oregon has cool outfits.
Yeah, well, that's because the president of Nike went to the University of Oregon, so he tries out all of his uniforms.
Yeah, he's
there
like,
was the one.
They have
There
a
was
different uniform for every fucking game.
yeah, exactly. Like there was
That's real.
a few years ago, they had a different style of uniform every game.
What?
Yeah,
What assholes?
it was cool.
I
as
mean,
shit.
like, it's cool as fuck, but why doesn't everyone else get to do that, you know?
because the guy
'Cause
that
they don't have the
runs
Nike
Nike
guy.
They're
went to that
assholes.
college.
That's what I'm talking about. The guys at
Yeah.
Nike.
Why
are
don't they all
assholes.
get the Nike guy then?
Yeah, right.
The other thing too.
Why
the
can't
other,
everyone else have Nike?
the other
guys?
thing too was that they made so much money off of selling. Like, think about it. If you're a
Yeah, if
huge
you're
Oregon
selling
fan and you're
different
buying jerseys, if you're a huge Oregon fan, you're gonna buy
every fucking
jersey.
style.
Yeah, that's how. And their basketball court. Shit. If you've ever played any NBA game or watched an NBA game, say there's the court here, and then it's like, oh, we got the Pacers versus the Hornets, and you got the Pacers logo and then the Hornets logo, and it hits the court in the graphic and it shatters the court. That's what the Oregon Ducks court looks like. I have to show you so you can understand it.
I always liked the Boise State football field because it's blue.
Yeah, because the Boise State Broncos are blue. Their uniforms are solid blue with like neon orange accent.
Right.
Oregon Ducks basketball court.
Well, that's a Clear Shot Podcasts.
Podcasts.
We got Paul Gamble here as a special guest, throwing out names.
That's what their
Just,
fucking basketball court looks like
shit.
for
That's
Oregon.
actually pretty
It
cool.
looks like the logo was thrown in and fucked up the rest of the court.
They fucking blew the
Did
court
they
up.
actually throw it in or no?
They're like preschool shooting
For real.
thing. But yeah, thanks for listening.
Yeah. I wasn't listening.
I wasn't paying attention.
That's
to
what the headphones
shit.
off.
Yeah.
I'm
I just
done.
talk into this thing. I don't even listen to it.
I do
And that's
like
Boise
the
State's football field.
Oh wow,
It's actually pretty fucking dope.
Boise State. That's cool. I
Yeah.
like the track around it. That's
Yeah,
entertaining.
that's the coolest fucking shit. Is that college fields have tracks around their fucking.
What's the one with the baseball field on it? Is that
That's
Oakland?
Oakland's. Yeah, that's the Coliseum because they share the fucking Oakland Raiders share their stadium with the Oakland Athletics baseball team.
Yeah.
So there's a baseball field in the middle of the football field,
Yeah, so you're like running over the dirt and shit.
and then
like, in a certain
you go
spot.
from fucking full sprint on turf to just fucking wiping out.
That's kind
on
of
dirt.
cool.
You should like halfway through, like just fade out the dialogue. So
Yeah.
it's just like
Yeah, so
and
we
then
just
it's
keep
just
talking
like,
about football.
so
field.
it's like it's just snowballing, but it's just like okay, this is Clear Shots Podcast.
Will I be able to get a ride from you, Paul?
Yeah, where are you
Are you
going?
gonna drive home?
He's going home probably.
Yeah, I'm driving. I gotta drive.
Are you gonna drive?
All right, it's
Yeah,
12
I didn't
o'clock
drink
You
on
drank
the spot.
you drank a lot of tea tonight, dude.
I had a lot. I gotta pee. I drank a lot of tea. That's for sure. 12 o'clock. I gotta hit
All
the
right.
dot.
That's it.
I got a movie to watch.
What are you watching?
We're doing a Ready Player One. I want to see how bad that's gonna be.
Oh, rundown.
Yeah, you guys want to watch it?
No.
You
Steven
gotta work
Spielberg,
in the
right?
morning.
Yeah, I wish I wasn't working in the morning. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I'd go.
It's
Isn't that
okay,
that
man.
Spielberg movie with the
Yeah,
Plus I'm
it's,
fucking
it's gonna be a
drunk.
bunch of cultural pop things, and
Yeah.
I'm just I hate
Can I see the vape quick?
it, so I
You
want
don't
to
have
see
to
it.
go. You don't have to go.
I don't
man.
have to. This is true, but I do want to.
I want to see it just because I want to see all the fucking the fan service they do.
That's the thing, is the movie's all strictly built and made for people to be like, oh, did you see that?
Yeah,
did you
'cause
see
I
that?
saw a
Yeah, didn't
trailer.
they buy like
It's
a
all
whole bunch of
Easter
rights
eggs.
to different
I
games?
saw a
and things?
trailer. I saw a trailer that the Xenomorph and Chucky are both in it.
Yep.
and they
And
work
there's
together.
like Overwatch
Yeah,
characters.
there's
and
fucking
like,
comic book characters, video game characters.
That's kind of cool though.
yeah,
I'll probably watch it when I'm not paying for it. Although
Yeah.
I could just go watch it.
right because you work there.
So I already am not paying for it.
Yeah.
I don't think about that enough. Like I don't watch movies enough.
Yeah,
You don't
totally
like movies
come
and
in.
you work in a movie theater. It blows my fucking mind. It honestly
Right.
makes me
Well,
kind
he
of
barely
upset.
works at the movie theater.
Yeah, it's not like I'm working like the movies themselves.
Right.
You
That's a
know,
good point. You guys hiring
We actually,
they actually are. Yeah,
Yeah, we are currently.
part time?
someone just got canned or they left or something.
Someone's leaving. She's going to college somewhere. So
True.
that's the thing.
I'll inquire with you once we turn the microphones off.
All right. We'll
Yeah.
do further inquiry. We'll do it on Periscope so everybody can hear it.
Yeah, we'll put it on Periscope.
Yeah, right.
We'll put it
We'll
on
fade it.
the Clear Shots podcast Pandora page.
Dude, we should think about using Periscope for like
No,
pre-shows
no.
and shit. That'd be so
I'm
fun.
gonna
Yes,
manually
yes,
stop
we
this
should.
right now.
Like you and I could. But
Yeah.
Guest shuts it down.
All right, we'll see you on Periscope. Clear Shots Podcast is available on any of your favorite podcasting websites or applications. You can check us out at clearshotspodcast.com to hear any of the episodes. Also, follow us on Facebook. I think it's facebook.com/clearshotspodcast to get there. And you can also check us out on Twitter at clearshotspod. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.